Yeah, hi everyone. My name is Mustapha Sholagbade. I am an actor, filmmaker, producer, an upcoming artist because I sing small. And then I'm a businessman. I'm a family man, 3 kids, 3 boys. I'm a married man with a beautiful wife. What again? I'm just me, a devoted Muslim. Yeah, well, my life has been, I can't say it has been beautiful all the way. Yes, because I believe God is the creator of life, and then is the master plan of one's life. So whatever that comes my way, I believe Allah is from God. So I don't think twice. I'll just be like, okay, that is how God wanted it to be. And since I've applied that in my life, into my system, I don't regret anything, because I believe I can't do things by myself except the will of Allah, except the will of God, except He wanted me to do it. I'm moving, it's not by my power. I'm going here and there, it's not by my power. I'm eating, I'm putting everything there. I can, wave my hands and everything. If I go to the toilet, I wee, I poo. Everything it's not by my power, so He's the one doing it. So I believe everything that happens, either good or bad, is from Almighty God. And by growing up, I grew up with my parents. My growing up is kind of somehow, but I'll say it's beautiful, because I grew up with my parents. I'm two parents, and then later on, before I started my primary school, I went to this school. This is this lesson. Trying to remember. What's the name of this lesson? Okay. The lesson is at the epitometer at Freeman. Yeah, yes, ma. Yeah, yes, ma. That woman is very popular then. Then in the epitometer around that Freeman Market Street. People that live around there will know who I'm talking about. So this woman, I got lesson there. Then later on, I started primary school. I went to primary school in a Butemeta there. Then, when I finished my primary school, one day my dad just woke me up, like, okay, you are going to Akute. I said, Akute, so go and do what? So you are going to my uncle's place. I said, for what now? So that's what I believe. Okay. I was excited, so when I got there, he's a bishop, an archbishop, he's a pastor. This man I'm talking about, Archbishop, Reverend Pastor Archbishop Barua, that's his name. So Babatunde Barua, I lived with him for years. When I was there, I went to this school, Sojourner Talabi High School. That was my first secondary school. So when my life there too was beautiful. I met a lot of people that I can never forget their face. Some of them, not all of them. There's one particular person that if I see her, I will still remember her. She's I think she's our prefect then. Class captain then. I was the assistant, so I can't remember. So that's the only place that I can remember in that school. Then life is going on there, enjoying life, going here and there, coming up and down. It wasn't easy at all because then we fast a lot. We fast to Daddy. I'm a bawe shiny. I'm a bawe awefufu. I'm a bawe at the man. About 2 times I'm a break. I don't quickly used to that system because me, I'm a Muslim. So when I got there, I was like, and me, anything God, once it's God, I'm a lover of God. So I don't discriminate. Don't let me say I don't discriminate at all between Christian and Muslim or something. No. As far as we're calling God, I believe we are on the same page. So later on, I started going to church with them. We go to church. I know how to play conga. I know how to play drum set. Then akuba. I play akuba too when I was there. Then piano. I don't really know much about that one. Then I'm one of the choir anyway, and I can dance. Hey, I dance a lot. I dance so and when I'm praying like this. Okay, let me give you a story. There was a time in church then, I don't know, Daddy was, he normally noticed me, he always, observing me, of which me, I don't know, I'm not doing my own. So anytime they say you pray, I'm someone that loves prayer. I pray a lot from my childhood. People that knows my growing up, they know this, and people that I've lived with, one way or the other, they know that I'm somebody that pray a lot, So I don't joke with prayer at all. I don't joke with prayer at all. So then when we go to church, we do night vigil, we pray, we do. So Daddy always observed me. I don't know. So there was a time, he didn't tell me anything. He didn't just leave me, but he always noticed me, and me, I don't know. So later on, when I lived the whole of my life there, we left. I think I used about 2 or 3 years. I stayed about 2 or 3 years there. Yeah, I stayed about 2 or 3 years in that in Akute, So when I was about to leave, one thing or the other come up, my mom be like, okay, my kids has to come back to Lagos and all that, So Akute is not part of Lagos. Akute is a state, so he has to come back to Lagos and all that. So then I moved back to Lagos. So when I moved back to Lagos, I started my secondary school all over again at Nawarudin Secondary School. So Nawarudin Secondary School, then they don't have all these schools together. They separate them between senior, which is senior started from SS1 to SS3. Then junior one started from GSS1 to GSS3. So it's different schools. So then there is a school that collaborates with Nawarudin then, which is Kadara Primary School, and we have Denton Grammar School then. Yeah, Denton Grammar School. So then Denton Grammar School, they always have issue in that axis because of all these area boys around the white side. So they fight a lot and all that. So before we know, they combined everybody together. So we started using Kadara Grammar School as our junior secondary school. So I went to Kadara Grammar School to study my GSS1 to GSS3. So when I graduated from there, I moved to Nawarudin Senior high school. So I was in Arudin for years, I got a lot of friends and everything. That was where I meet my best friends of today. People that knows me very well, that are very close to me, they will know who I'm talking about. Samsidin Salako. We do a lot of things together, a lot of businesses together and all that. He's not in entertainment industry, but he is in a law firm. So we met there, and since that year we've been together up till today. So and I met a lot of people too as well, but till today is the only one that we see every day. Even if we didn't see every day, we talk often. You understand? So that is that. So when I was in secondary school, there is what we call MSS. Before then, I purposely took myself to an Arabic school because I feel like I'm a lover of God. My parents, they are Muslim, sure, but they don't really have time like that. They are busy people. I just feel like, okay, you know what? Let me go and put myself in Lekio. So I started going to Lekio, and when I got home, I told my mom that I started Lekio. I said, really? Okay, my dad too. So they came with me, they talked to my father, they do whatever they told them to do, they did everything. And since then, so I always thank so Almighty Allah that he is the one, because it's not me. Like I said earlier, there is nothing I can do without God's intervention. So I believe he's the one that touched my heart, he's the one that dragged me down to the Arabic school. So since then I've been I'm a lover of Al-Quran. A day will not come that I will not read Al-Quran. I won't be myself. Yes, then I will just be like, okay, something is missing. You understand? It's part of me that I can't do without. It's like eating food, it's like going to toilet, it's like, your day-to-day activities that you can't do without. So, as time goes on, in school, there is something we call MSS. I'm one of the member of MSS then, and I'm one of the prefects in the school there. I think is it labor prefect or social prefect? I think I'm social prefect. So yeah, I'm social prefect. So we are very close with our principal then. I've forgotten the man's name. So the man is a Muslim, he's a very good man. So he loves all of us, but he always be like, okay, he always talk to us. He took us as his children. Then, it was a very beautiful memory, I'm not gonna lie to you. So later on, there was a time, there is a particular girl, I can't forget, her name is Do. She's very stubborn. So there was a time we want to observe Jumat service in school then. So, and they are trying to sweep where they want to put prayer mat and all that. And they're telling this girl to leave and all that. She said she will not leave. You will not leave. Why? Why won't you leave? They just come and call me that. People come and talk to this guy. I got that. I want to pray. Time is going. You need to leave. They need to do sign and all that. You need to leave now. This guy is not answer me. Kai, I beat her. I beat her with cane because I always have cane with me. I beat her with cane and I wasn't happy, but she's a very, very stubborn girl. I'm sure if she watched this video, she will know she will remember that no, it's me that this guy is talking about. I beat her that day and before she could leave that spot. So later on, she went to report me to one of the teachers. Then there is this teacher, we call him Baba Yuba. That man. Baba Babu, yeah, and his cane is big. Like I don't know what to use as an example. It's like this. His cane is always big. Like normal cane, you know, if you see normal cane, you know this one is normal cane. Like times 6 or times 7 of that normal cane. That is what Baba Yoruba used to beat us. Then, hey! This guy now went to report. We went to go and report to him, and called me, and I explained. Okay. After then, another thing happened between me and her. Yeah, now I remember. Another thing happened. So she dragged me and all that. I was with you, blah blah blah. You know, I couldn't remember what happened. So I guess the thing she has got in mind for me because of what I've done to her in the praying ground the other time. So she's now looking for a means to make sure that she punish me. So to cut the long story short, she reported me to Baba Yoruba. Baba beat the hell out of me that day. Damn. I think that was the first time a teacher would beat me in school then. Because I'm a very calm person, I'm a very gentle person. I don't even talk, I go on my own, you know. And then man shakoko, you know. You need be like a man shakoko. Man shakoko. So I'm always on my own. I don't really play like that. You know, so that might embarrass me that day. I can never forget. So later, life goes on. Later the lady came, she begged me, she apologized and all that. You know, everything's light. I'm sure if she watched this video, she'll remember, you know. So after then, life is going on. Then back to Bishop Barua. So when Bishop Barua now heard that I want to do Walimat, she was like, hey, Musono. You know, he was like, hey, Musono, this boy. There's something about it, because then he always pray. So I know God wants to use him for something, but that vision is not clear to me. That is what he always said. He always said that vision is not clear, that God wants to use his boy. So when he heard me that I'm now, you know, a Muslim and her father, I want to do Holy Mary, she was so happy. I mean, he was so happy when he heard everything, and he was really, really happy about it that, you know, this boy, okay, you know. So it came, I think it came that day, you know, everything went well, and, you know, since then, I've been practicing my religion, you know. So then after then, I think I was still in secondary school then. So when I finished my Arabic school, immediately, even before I finished, my mom don't give me a breathing space. You know, if I leave school, I'll go to tailor shops. I learn fashion designing. I'll go there. I'll stay there for hours. Maybe like when I leave school around 3-4, because I'll do extra lessons. I will leave. But Atao is my boss then. Atao is a fashion designer, so he's my boss, you know. So I'll leave there. We leave by 7:30. Sometimes when we have a lot of work, we leave 8, and sometimes we do night. But me, I don't really do night because I'll go to Lekio. So when I leave 7:30 or 8, from there I'm going to Lekio direct. To breathing space. From school to Ile Tailor, from Ile Tailor to Lekio. You know, that is how I do. I run all my life. And I play football as well. Then, you know, then we train at Evans Square. So I shall, you know, everything was just congested together, you know. So So it's really funny. So later on, I feel like this fashion design is I know how to sew clothes very well, very well. That's the only thing that that cannot leave my leg and my hand. But the only thing that I don't do small is to cut clothes, because once you don't do things regularly, it's will be living. You understand? But I have a vision, to be a producer of fashions, of clothes, of so many things. You understand? There is a plan for it, definitely. So which we are working about it, we are working on it. So very soon we'll unveil everything. There are lots in stock, a lot, because everything I suffer for, I will make sure that I use all of them to make money. Yes. Even if I travel, I'll go to some club and play. I play football if I travel. Yes. So all these things, I make sure I put all of them in practice. I still do them. Then, one thing that I don't understand about my mom is that when I told her that I don't want to go to Ile Tailor again, that I don't know, something, I was really busy, I think exam or something, that I can't put everything in my head. You can't kill me. I'll just collapse. So that's how I forget about tailoring, then I don't go again. One day he just woke me and said, yeah, the day, Ile no see ya. Ile no see. I said, I want to focus on my studies and playing football, and be reading my Arabic, this thing, going to Lake that let me focus. He said, no, you have to go to Illinois, so you have to learn us too. I said, but why are you doing this to me now? He said, okay, you want to know, let me tell you. You see that football, you are not going there again. I said, why? He said that because when you sleep, you'll be shouting, pass. Nanza, go. That's what you always say when you sleep. I said, really? I said, hey, boy, it's normal now because it's part of me. He said, no, it's not normal. You know how these our mothers do, He was so scared then. How can a woman be shouting, go, pass? All these things. You understand? That was how my mom stopped me from going to football, and this thing is nothing. It's normal thing that something you have passion for, something you love, something you love to do, and of course you dream about it. As get your money career, you understand? So, but I think it's too much for my mom. That was why she actually killed my my football career then, so then she actually took me to a nurse company, don't let me say shop, nurse company. That woman is in Bariga. If that woman watches this video, she will know that I'm talking about. Hey, Bariga, I can't remember that place in Bariga. But it's inside Bariga like that. My brother, I don't suffer, I'm not small. I'm growing up, it's crazy. You see that street for that nurse company, if rain fall like this, now swimming, I go swim reach. Where they go? I do that, saute, that one, I don't think I don't use 3 months. So no, I cannot come and die. I'm not going again. No way. So, and I was about to finish my secondary school. And thank God I did my GCE in SS2. So I quickly had my A-level. So I had my A-level in SS2. So when I was in SS3, I did my WRIGHT. My WRIGHT is not bad. It's okay, because of the credit. So then I combined the two wherever. So it's jam that was jamming me up and down, left and right, up and down. It was jamming me from my bottom to my head to my. It's just jamming me anyhow. If you say that jam, my brother, that jam. I don't know, maybe I ain't jam you when you reach where you need to be. But that jam is not nice at all. Jam me wrong. But thank God, you know. And I have a brother then. Is my uncle. The bishop that I was talking about, his first son, Uncle Jide. So Uncle Jide is a genius. He's a mathematician. So went to Unilag, everything, all his life, Unilag. So Uncle Jide was like, okay, what are you doing with your life and all that? I'll be like, well, I still wait for jam. Jam never, you know. So then I was lucky. OAU, Obafemi Awolowo University then that we used to do post jam. So I was qualified for a post jam in Obafemi Awolowo University. I went there for this course again. They give me one useless course like that. That course was very, it's hard. I can't really remember. Actually, it's not the course that I wanted, because then I wanted to be an accountant or a banker or, you know, or a business person, or I should be business admin. So those are my focus, because I was a commercial student when I was in secondary school. So so I went to OAU that day. It was a very terrible experience, you know, because I haven't traveled that far before in my life then. So I traveled from Lagos down there. You know, even before I get there, I was already tired. So when I got there, you know, I did the exam, everything went, you know. You see where they put us, where we sleep. They don't even give us out. We have to look for, you know, we have to find mates. It's crazy. No one's remember. So we, you know, so much happened then. I went back to Lagos. I think after 3 or 4 days. I went back to the second day, the following day, I can't remember. Immediately I finished the paper. I didn't go immediately. I think I go the third day. So when I got to Lagos, I was expecting them to, you know, the admission list to come out. Unfortunately, I wasn't among. So later, I did another jam again. Picked Unilag then. So Unilag 2, they picked me, they offered me a course. I did post jam too. You know, Unilag even tried for me. So they picked me. They gave me a course. They gave me actuarial science. I don't know if maybe architectural science or actuarial science. I can't remember the name of that course. And I told my brother, I said, but I did course is bad. Course is me for you. Course is that she need. Course is you. That course is very hectic that he didn't think that I can do it. I said, why? Let me try. I said, I know what he's talking about. I should not just waste my time on it and all that, you know. So he now told me that should I do he's offering me that I should do education in Unilag then. It's education about education she wrote. Education, I don't want to say my teacher. I want teacher on low. You know, mistake to my offer even actual science offer me we came back into a admission. Then as time goes on, I could change the course in me, but I wasn't, you know, anymore. So she lose admission, like me and my. So my brother now said that, okay, you know what, so yeah, so he now said that, okay, you need to go to school, that okay, there is a course going on, there's something going on in last tech, blah 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 and all that. I said last tech, I don't like last tech, I prefer Abatech. He said no, that right now Abatech is not admitting any student for now, and you can't sit out at home, you need to go to last tech. I said okay, no problem. And immediately I submitted everything, my O-level result, my GC, my Y, everything. I should pile up everything together. Gave it to them. I said, okay, say I'm qualified. So I picked business administration, business study. We call it business study there, or it's business administration. So I was there. I did my ND in Lagos State Polytechnic. You know, I had a lot of friends there. I have a lot of, I have, a lot of experience too in last tech. There was a time, all these guys, they just, stopped me sometime, like, mostly, how you doing now, we like you, blah, 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 you're a fine boy, you always look clean, that, I want you to be part of all that. I find in me, enjoy me, matter. We just want you in our team, because we more I said, I shall use scope for them that day. I said, okay, no worry, I'll get back to you. Let me think about it. I give them story. Following day, I started fasting. I know these people should not think about me again. I started praying, I started fasting. What kind of? So there was a Monday. They don't tell me that beautiful Monday. On Sunday I'll go to Asalatu, I'll go to lecture with my Afa, and then I just see me Fafa Manjano si Fafa me Asalatu at Tabalo Sudi. So Manojano si Fun, so when Tira don't have from talk of me, we just about Sunday. Tira I am more papo, more cap, more facing wallet. So what she want damn blue, no join. Guys, I'm drinking, I'm buying some, wallet, they actually wanted to treat my fuck up that day, that by fire by force. It's crazy. As they open my wallet, they just saw this Tira. They said, she will go in there, I file you. I think they are boss or something. If you really look my I find the boy. Man, stop around, buy. I was looking at them like that. I didn't say it out to I didn't say it out there. I didn't say it out to them. I was like, bro, I don't tell them. They are mostly okay, we are not, we are sorry for being harsh. And that, they pleaded to me, they calmed me down, after calming me down, they now took me to a restaurant, they bought food for me, they just be nice to me, you understand? As they did everything, these guys, they took me as a friend, but they didn't initiate me or do anything, no. They just took me as a friend that, these are our guys. So anything I had to do for school then, they always date me. Even then, people don't believe, say, I don't belong. They were so kind, and not just one group, because then I don't do film. I don't very film, I'm film. You understand? So, so I'll be like, it's our friends. All of them, nobody is leaving me behind. So now, I did everything last protect, then I finished my ND. You know, I have a friend then. I have loads of friends. I have a lot of them. You know, so I don't want to mention names. So when I finished with my OND, then I proceeded. I actually wanted to do a course in Unilag then, but I don't know what happened. You know, because I like Unilag a lot. So, but my best friend that I was talking about, he gained an admission. You know, gained an admission in Unilag then, but I couldn't for the course that we want to do. So no, it's not that I couldn't. It was late. Yeah, I remember. It was late because I think the form is closed or something. So I couldn't meet up. So I just went straight. I went straight to National Open University. So it was National Open University. I studied political science. So let me now take you back a little bit. So when I was in secondary school, in between, I told my mom that I want to started acting. You know, I can remember vividly. I think I was still in SS2 then. So my mom told my dad took me to Odufa. You know, before we left, it was like, I'll take you to Odufa, I'll take you to Brother Tai and all that. Who is Brother Tai? Brother Tai is Taiwo Hassan Ogogo. So Ogogo was, you know, was like a father to me, was a brother to my dad. So they were close. So all of them, they are my father. Abilanri, Ikakodri, they are my father because they are together. They are like family. You know, so when they took me there, everything was easy. They were pampering me. You know, I was just doing like all over. My brother, when the game changed, come be like say, who be me that they pamper? You say that I know they sit down for location bus for where, and inside car they do. If Sonny Ali don't carry me for inside car, Bilal will carry me, or Miko will go carry me. I know they stay inside location bus. See when they change all these things for me, my brother, they say we don't welcome you enough. You need to learn. So I can't face reality itself. You know, before I know there are some certain things, there are some certain messages they don't send me. You know, so when the whole things are, you know, going, you know, they put me inside the vision bus, and they push Jen, I go car park cable, so I park cable, I park tripod, all these things, just they go steady. You understand? So as a matter of fact, I learned everything. I learned acting, I learned costume, I learned production assistant, I learned production manager, I know about sound, I know about, you know, I did camera assistant. This thing I do, I did continuity. You understand? You know, everything about behind the camera crew, you know, I touch all the aspects. There's no how you won't even touch it when you learn from Odufa. You know, if you graduated from Mustapha, definitely you touch every aspect. You understand? And thank God today that, you know, all these things are working perfectly for me. So then I did my let me take it by a little bit. When I get to Odufa, the goal was like I need to finish my secondary school before I will, you know, join and all that. Say okay. So if I leave from school, I'll go Odufa. I'll just play with them. When it's time for me to go Lekio, I'll go. You understand? So small. Then when I finished my secondary school, I started fully. Then during that period too, I'm going to computer school. I was going to computer school. I go computer school. My computer school was at this Central Mosque, Lagos Island Central Mosque. this central mosque here at Idumota here, you know. So that was where I did my IT, studies. And then, everything is working, hand in hand. Everything I touch, all the department I touch, the tailoring, the nursing, it's only the nursing that I didn't. So the fashion designing, the filmmaking, the computer, everything is working hand in hand because it's something that we use in day-to-day activities. So it's part of me. And the business I studied in Lagos State Polytechnic as well, it's working for me as well today. So, so when I did my first film, I did my first movie in 2010. I graduated from Mustapha Sholagbade in 2009, and then I shot my first film, Ebony. I did it in 2010. So that was the first film that I produced by myself. But the very first film that people started noticing me in my area, in my street, is it was Sonny Ali's film. Yeah, can't really remember the title. Let me take us back a little bit. When I started the filming, I was so lucky. They quickly featured me in film then, because it's not easy for somebody that just come within a week and started featuring in a film. Back then, no, she crowd, we are wakapas, we are there. But I was so lucky then. Even what I did is no more or less like wakapas, but they gave me serious shots. You know why? I did a police in a court with Olumide Bakare. May God continue to, rest him well. Olumide Bakare was he was a criminal then in the court of law, and he was trying to escape from he's not even trying to escape, but he was trying to pass where he's supposed not to pass. So I now dragged him. Imagine how Olumide Bakare was then, very huge, and imagine me dragging that. No, I have to follow here. Everybody, even the judge was laughing. I can never forget. Abelai was laughing, all of them was like, So that was my very first time with camera. That was my very first time when people, my boss started noticing me that okay, this guy has the zeal and all that, So everything was going hand in hand, and that period too, I was still in Last Protect. I was in Last Protect. Everything was going, and I can even remember when I shot my first film. I used Last Protect. Before I go there, I did Ewa. There's a series of films that it makes people to recognize me, to notice me that okay, I'm Mustapha Sholagbade. They started, even then they call me Obobo's son because I do more of Obobo's child in a film. And when I did Ewa, I played Toby in that film, Toby Loba. So if anybody see me on the street, they call me Toby Loba back then. So I was going to school, that was what, especially that film Ewa, it actually, blew me then when I was a kid. That film, it was that film, I'm sure it was that film that all these people that I was talking about, that makes them free me in some, it gives me some freedom in the school then. So they don't really disturb me, they don't, Mustapha Sholagbade then, in my school, Last Protect then, that was set. They used to give me my honor, everybody, So it was a very beautiful thing, which one way or the other, it affects, my education in a little way, because going to location and studying at the same time is not an easy task. And imagine when your boss are working, there's nothing you can do. You have to be there. You have to participate. You know, but thank God I was managing both together. So when I went to do my graduation, all my friends in Lasco Tech, they came. As a matter of fact, one more show. I can't forget. One more show. You know, all of them, they stood by me. They stood by me. One match maybe. They picked this round neck or something like this. They put my name. I think they put my picture set. You know, all of them. There were so many. Then all my classmates, they came for me. They were there. They supported me. You know, it was overwhelming. I can never forget. Thank you once again. This TV I remember today. You know, it's a beautiful memory. All of you, I really appreciate you. All of you. I don't want to mention it. And may God forgive and bless one of us that you know that say there was someone that, you know, she has died now. May God forgive all our shortcomings and grant her the best place in Al-Jannah Firdaus. You know, so you know, as life goes on, you know, I was managing the both together, but it wasn't easy. You know, imagine nobody to back you up, nobody to support you, nobody to, you understand. My mom did well, she really tried, but you know, it was easy. So then I did my first film when I was still in Lasco Tech. You know, even I shot part of that film in Lasco Tech. That film, I shot part of it in Lasco Tech. You know, they were all the guys, they were so calm with me, they supported me, you know, all of them, no stress at all. You understand? So once I finished that, you know, I finished that film, Ebumi. Then after then, I finished my education in Lasco Tech during that, I think 2011. I finished with the OND. So then in 2014, 2014, and I moved to National Open University. Baba, it's not easy. You know, I push and reach 300 level for National Open University. I'm studying political science. I cannot lie to you, I never finished that course. I just 1 year remaining. But I see the push on. But I know say I will graduate for that course. You understand? So, you know, it's not that I know some of my colleagues, or let me say some people that I know, you know, they've dropped schools because of acting career. You understand? So, and me, I feel like, I know it is not easy, but you can manage both together, you know, because this entertaining, it has opened a lot of doors for me. It has, you know, blessed me in so many ways. You understand? It has really, really helped me. And at the same time, it's not giving room for me for my education. You know, because sometimes if I want to, it might be during the exam, you know, that okay, this time, this period is exam period, and I might have collected a job since last month or 2 months ago. I have collected the money and everything, and that movie we are to shoot it at Oshogbo or Ibadan. You understand? And my school is in Lagos. You know, it is not an easy task. That's the reason that you know, a little bit behind about my course in National Open University Political Science, because anytime I go for exam, even recently when I did the first semester exam I did, it was like, you still there, you never finish. You know, it's very funny. But thank God all these lecturers, all these people, they understand the nature of my job, and I don't want to do, you know, this, you know, there is a way they do, but me, I don't want to. I want to make sure that I did everything with my sweat. You understand? And I finished it with my sweat. You understand? So that's why I'm still, you know. But I'll show you by next time we celebrate my BSc. in NYSC uniform. So that is that. So it's a beautiful thing. I cherish education a lot. I have this large heart real for education, and I feel like that's what has been keeping me. It is not easy paying for exams, paying for school fees and everything, and you don't have the time to go and do it. I do all this every semester. I would have planned myself, the studying. One job just came. Look at the money like this, and that period I might need that money for something like that. Once I will be like, okay, I can manage it, I'll do it. Should be 2 hours, I'll finish with the exam now. For my brother, you see this traffic with the Lagos. This Lagos traffic, sometimes exam don't miss me for traffic before. Maybe say I don't plan myself, say, as I hit the road like this, baba. Now inside traffic I do exam. So it's a very beautiful experience. Don't let me say terrible experience, but I assure you, I'll be done with it very soon. So then that is that, and since then, the career has been, growing every day. I've shot a lot of films. My first film is Ebumi, which I just mentioned. Then after then, I did Emilomo Babulowo. Then I produced J-Boy. Then after then, I produced Single Mother. After then, I produced Single Mother. After that, I produced Gold and Treasure. Yeah, was it Gold and Treasure? Was it Gold and Treasure? I think it's Gold and Treasure. Yeah, Gold and Treasure. Then after Gold and Treasure, I did Liam. Yeah, no, I did Suru Lesson. Yeah, after Suru Lesson, then I did Liam. Then after Liam, I did AC. But AC is not yet out now. AC is coming very soon. The advert is going to come out very soon. It's one of my big projects that I'm looking up to, that okay, I need this film to be out there. So my people, just get ready for AC results. It's coming out very soon. I feature a lot of big stars there. Femi Adebayo, Nika Quadri, Tawaza Abuko, Ronke Odusera, Flaky, Mide Martins, Afisi Owo was the one that directed it. Then Sonyeri, Okele, Mr. Ladi Folari, Ijebu, Mafia Folabi, a lot of them, so it's a fantastic job. All well at the Mola, yeah, don't let me forget. So all of them, they are there. You can't wait to see AC. It's coming out very soon by the specialist. And also, there is a musical video coming soon. I know when I introduced myself, I said I am an upcoming artist. Remember, so my song, Reliance on God. I know a lot of you have, some of you have listened to it. If you have not listened to it, you can click on my YouTube channel on my bar. You see the song there, or go to any digital platform. Just type Reliance on God or type Mustapha Sholagbade to bring my music out. Then I produce Yami too. Yami, but I feature someone. So that two songs is a very fantastic music, inspiring. When you listen to it, you like it, you enjoy it. But we've done one video which is Reliance on God, and that one is coming to MSTV, Mustapha Sholagbade TV is coming there very soon. We're going to drop it very soon. So I always say something. Nothing comes for free in this world, especially the world we are living today. There are a lot of challenges that I can't even remember. I've mentioned it when I was coming. I said it when I joined the industry. I was really I was welcomed, I was pampered, I was, they are treating me like a baby. Baba, after 1 year, I know the reality of industry. I started facing these challenges, something that I've not done before in my life. I started packing gin, pushing gin, very big gin. Then I was very huge, nobody say I had a good gym. Now that gym, they make me huge. I'll pack cable, so many things like that. So I feel like it's a normal thing for somebody to go through that. You understand? When you prepare your mind to learn, definitely you go through some challenges. It's an important something. It's an important task. You understand? And to talk about, I don't really have any challenges with any directors because where I come from, na lion and tiger, elephant did here. That's place where I graduated from, Odunfa. So who is the person that wants to scare me in the industry? Because the thing where they scare you, go, where they scare you for industry, they where they come from. You don't understand? Talking about Inka Quadri, talking about Tarazan Ogogo. Then one of the flexible director, don't let me the flexible director then, Abilari. Show why me. You understand? Look at the people that trained me. So I can't. The only director that I think I have a little bit challenges with is Antalani. Hey, take it. Antalani, no way. I'm ready to learn. I'm very open. I don't see myself as when I see people that this person understands this thing more than me. I'll humble myself to acquire more knowledge from you. You understand? Baba used to put king behind. Now I think say the crazy, but not that crazy pass that bill. Not that they beat. Abilari know to the beat. Now once Abilari beats me once. I know even beat me just now if one shout like this, you don't faint for Abi. But Anta, hey! But thank God everything they taught us then is really working for us today. They were so mean with us. And they are not that mean. They just want us to know what we are doing. You understand? There was a film then. I can't really remember. It was me, Latif, Aded Meji, this lady Moji, Julie Mary. Then who again? So we were there. Akinlatu was there. That film challenges we face. I know if they hear this way, they thought they will understand what I'm talking about. You understand? So, it was a great experience. You understand? So I think that's the challenges I think I had. Then the other challenges is, you understand, when you go to location maybe for like days and you are coming home, sometimes you come with nothing, and sometimes you come with something. That was then, but now, thank God, we are enjoying what we suffered for. Please, guys, just click the link on the bio, search for it, subscribe, like, comment, share to your family. So all the plugs you have, please help my career, and God will help you too. Thank you very much. There are loads of content coming to that TV channel. We have a lot in stock. I promise you, you will never forget. You will never regret subscribing. I promise you, you will never regret subscribing to my YouTube channel. No dolly moment, entertainment all the way, culture, everything. fully packaged. Thank you. God bless you.